All right, so if you have two fractions or three fractions or four fractions, something that's going to be super helpful, either when you're putting them in order or when you're trying to add them, is finding a common denominator, finding equivalent fractions that have the same denominator. So the way to do that is you kind of incorporate what you learned about the lowest common multiple. So you need to find out what multiples each of these numbers have and then find the lowest one. So I know 9 has, let's keep it the same color, 9 has 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Those are my multiples of 9, the first few of them anyways. 12 has 12, 24, 36, 48, and 60. Now I'm going to look to see what's my lowest one that they both have. That's what I'm going to use as my common denominator. And it's looking like 36 is my lowest common multiple, and it's going to be my lowest common denominator. Now, the way I set this up is I set both of them equal to a new fraction that has a denominator of 36. Now, it's really important for them to be common denominators, or else if this was 8, 8 wouldn't go into 36. So it couldn't be a common denominator. But since both of these go into 36, this works out pretty well. I think, how many times does 9 go into 36? What do I need to multiply 9 by to get 36? Well, I need to multiply 9, 18, 27, 30 by 4. So I'm going to have to multiply both my numerator and my denominator by 4 so that it stays equivalent. 6 times 4 is 24. Over here, what do I have to do to my denominator to get 36? To get from 12 to 36, 12, 24, 36, I need to multiply by 3. And if I do that to my denominator, I need to do it to my numerator to keep it equivalent. 5 times 3 gives me 15. Now, if I were to ask, what's bigger, 6/9 or 5/12? Well, if I get the same denominator and they're the same size pieces of a fraction, 24 is bigger than 15. So that means 6/9 would be bigger. Or if I asked you to add these together, you would just say 24 plus 15, 36, and then you would get whatever you get. But we'll get more into that when we actually add and subtract fractions that have different denominators. But that's how you find a common denominator. Lowest common multiple, set an equivalent fraction with that lowest common multiple as the new denominator for both fractions.